Hey guys, today I'm going to be talking about a bit of a trick to make you a millionaire over your lifetime for when you retire, and you're going to do that quite comfortably and easily, and that's by a thing called compounding. Now, if you haven't heard of compounding before, or even if you have heard of it but you don't really understand it, you are going to be blown away. So what is compound interest? Well, it's the interest earned on money that was previously earned as interest, and that causes your account balance to grow dramatically over time. Now, I know that's a bit confusing, so let's have a little bit of a dive into this, but let's say you have $1,000 in your bank and you earn 10% interest on that. As this graph shows, over 20 years, this is your income balance after those 20 years. Now, with standard interest, you earn $100 a year on $1,000, and that's over the whole 20 years. Every year it's the same amount. Whereas with compound interest, that grows every year. So in the first year you earn $100, but the next year you've now got $1,100, so your interest is now $110. So you earn $10 extra. Then the next year you've now got $1,210. So now you're earning over $120 in interest in the second year. And obviously year after year that grows more and more and more, and over a long period of time it makes a dramatic difference. Now in this graph, obviously, as you can see with that 10% over 20 years, your money is worth double what it would have been with standard interest without the compounding. But let's have a look now on a compound interest calculator to see the difference it can make with a small investment over a whole lifetime and a whole career. So let's have a look on a compound interest calculator. Just Google that. I'm going to click on the first one and I'm going to show you how powerful this really is. So if we scroll down, obviously you can select dollars or pounds here. We're going to start off with a base amount of 0. So in this example, I want to start off showing you how powerful it can be over a whole lifetime. So we're going to take this from 20 years old until you're 65, so a 45-year career. We're going to put in an interest rate. So we're assuming you're saving, you're investing this in the stock market. I'm going to make other videos about how to invest in the stock market. A lot of people find it daunting, but there's some very simple ways of doing it. You don't need to understand a lot. And 10% is a slightly optimistic, but definitely achievable rate. The American stock market has achieved about 10% over the last 30 years. Doesn't account for inflation, but let's not complicate things at the moment. So let's say a 45-year career that you're going to be saving, and we're going to say £100 or $100 each month. Say that you can start off with less, you don't have to do £100, but consider it this way. £100 is the equivalent of buying one takeaway coffee every day, and a lot of people do that. So it's quite easy if you cut down on your, what you spend to be able to save that much. So from there we're going to hit calculate, and we're going to go through the numbers of really how much you can make on this. So as you can see on the left column here, you've got how much you're putting in each year. So every year you're saving £1,200. This is how much interest you're getting every year. The next one is the total deposits, like accumulating over the years, the total interest accumulating over the years, and then your balance on the side there. So let's just have a look through, as we go through the years. So 10 years down, you're now 30 years old. So far you've saved £12,000 or $12,000, and you've made $8,600 in interest, and that means you've got a total balance of $20,000 after 10 years. So nothing amazing, but it's still pretty impressive that you've almost made as much in interest as you have saved. So another 10 years later, you're 40 years old. You've now saved £24,000 pounds or dollars, and you've made $52,000 now. So double the amount you've saved in interest, and you've got a total balance of 76. Another 10 years on, you're 50 years old. By now you've saved 36,000. Oops, click that there. You've now made almost 200,000 in interest, and you have a total balance of 230,000. So you can see how powerful this is starting to become. You've saved 6 times the amount you've invested by the time you're 50. Skip forwards, and this is where it becomes really, really powerful as time goes on. And this is why time is so important with compounding, because it exponentially grows. So by the time you hit 65, you've saved £54,000 or dollars, and you've made a total interest now of over £1 million, which is just mind-blowing, and the total balance is 1.05 million. So as you can see, just by saving £100 a month, that long-term over your life, you've actually made yourself a millionaire, and you're making a yearly income of 100,000 there, which is just crazy, That's more than most people earn each year, and that will set you up for a very comfortable retirement. So, if you haven't started yet, seriously consider the power of compounding. I'm not a financial advisor, so make sure you get some advice before you invest in the stock market. But it's a very powerful way of investing over a lifetime slowly and making yourself wealthy in retirement. I hope you guys found that useful. I'm going to be making weekly videos talking about investing and stocks and property and building a business. So if you found some value in this video, please hit the like button. I'd really appreciate it. It supports me with this channel, and subscribe if you haven't already. I'd love to hear if there's anything you'd like to learn about, and I'll see you next week, guys.